Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. Rex is wanting to play right now, and I just picked him up to do that introduction. That is my cat, Rex. Anyways, getting to business. Today, we are doing water changes and tank cleanings. I have quite a few tanks. This is pretty routine. I do this once a week at this point, but it does take quite a long time. So today, we're going to time myself and see how fast I can get it done. So, with that being said, let me show you my tools and we'll get going. Alright, here are my tools. So just a few, not too bad. I do have a couple over here. Those are for later on in the video. So starting off, we have our 5-gallon bucket. This has definitely been very helpful. Next, we have a water siphon. It does love to come apart, like here and here. I have tried to tape it together, but it did not stay. So water does like to just like make this come apart. My mom gave it to me, so I didn't spend any money on it. And it is what it is. I live with it. Next, we have our algae scrubber. So I take this to all the walls, which you'll see. And it just helps any buildup from getting built up. Then I have this guy. I don't use him all the time, but just really good to have on hand. And then my net. I don't know if many people use it the way that I use it, but we'll see. Let me know. Alright, now it's time to get clean in the tanks. The time is 8:25, so let's see how long this takes. Now, I'm going to take my water siphon. I usually try to keep the connector bit in here, just in case it does come apart. Alright, so now, I'm probably going to speed through this, but we'll see. Alright, I did have to take my jacket off. Water is going to get kind of flung everywhere probably. Just expect it when you're doing your tank water changes at this point. So I'm going to start over here in this corner, pull this all the way in there, and give it a good, get it going. So basically what I'm doing in here is getting as deep as I can into these rocks and getting all that gunk that's built up in the rocks from like leftover food and everything, getting that out of there. There is so much crap coming up. This is like the little corner where I feed him, so it's usually got quite a bit of gunk. The bucket is filling up with quite a bit of stuff. Look at all that. That's leftover food and poop. You guys probably can't see all of that stuff in the tube from here, but it's so satisfying watching it like get all dirty and then get clean. It's nice. You'll notice that I'm taking out more than 15%. That is typically what people recommend to do with beta tanks, is only take out 15% of the water. But because these two are kind of a dirty pair, I just don't feel right leaving all that caca in the bottom of the tank. So I just make sure and I go through the bottom really thoroughly, and then when I'm done doing that, I'm done. I made my way through the bottom of the tank and got a really good amount. See what I mean? It just came apart, and if that was outside of this, oh my goodness, it would have been a chaotic mess. Now I have to take it outside. I was gonna take you guys outside, but my neighbor's outside watering their yard, and I'm nervous, so I just threw my water out in the front yard. Okay, I know I already took enough water. I need to clean his filter, and I need to do that in tank water. Watch out, Mr. Kleppo. As you can see, I got a little bit of water in the bottom there, and what I'm gonna do is grab the filter, and I'm gonna rinse it out really good. Alright, shake, 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 shake. Throw it in there. See if I can get this. Yes, I put a tank really close to my TV. What about it? Leave me alone. I ran out of room for places to put my tanks. So this sponge thing, I put around the filter and take to help with the filtration and the water pull so it didn't hurt my beta because he's really sensitive to that. Let's grab this if I can get it out. Whoosh. Little water driplets everywhere. Alright. Okay, so I don't really know how to show you guys like what's going on in the bucket. I don't even know if you guys want to see that, so you are where you are. I'm pretty sure this bit comes out. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That in there. I'm gonna actually take my algae scrubber here and just hit the inside of this. I missed a spot. I'm gonna do rinsing. Ready to go back in. Now that the tank is back on, dump this little water out again, and then we will start making the water for Mr. Gestapo. Alright, so I'm going to start by rinsing out this bucket. I'm going to go grab my chemicals. Oh no. No, these are not all going into the beta tank. These are just all the chemicals I'm going to need. Okay, now, heat gun. We check the water. 90 degrees. That's a little too high for my liking. So I'm going to pour quite a bit out and put some colder water in. Okay, so these are the ones that I will be putting into my beta tank. Let's add a little more cold water. It's going to help stir up those chemicals we added. Hopefully that has done the trick. Beautiful. It's at 80. Good job, Gestapo. Okay, I'm actually gonna pour the water on the rock just because I don't like it when all the rocks get pushed around. And then I do like to take a good amount of the water in here, or I'm sorry, the water that's like, I take like 10% of the water. Perfect. Now I'm gonna take my net and get up all the stuff that it kicked up. Ew. I've gotten quite a bit of stuff. That is good enough. I got all the big stuff that I could see. So, alright. Now it's time to plug her back in. Move right on to the next tank. So, it's the same song and dance just for this one. We'll start by turning everything off. Boom. Everything is off. And we're going to just get to sucking the water out. Going straight for the bottom. I took care of the bottom there. I'm going to go grab a rag. And then now it's just going to suck out a bunch of water. And I'm going to log it outside. While we're getting the water out, we can start scrubbing the walls. And might as well get that out of there. My gallon, my bucket is as full as I can carry it. I'll be right back. I'm going to take this outside. A lot of the times I just use this water to water my grass. Any spots that are dead or dying, I'll just throw the water, this tank water, on them. You know, all of the nutrients in the fish poop. I talked about it in my last video, but this is a turtle filter, because this was previously my turtle tank, and I had to get a new filter when I sized up. I just left this one in here, and it's done such a better job than the tank filter over there. Just time check right now, it is 9:15. So I started working on my tanks at 8:30 today. Mind you, I am new to filming, so that is going to be a challenge on top of a challenge. but usually it takes me like 3 to 4 hours to get my tanks clean. I'm gonna see if I can do it in 2, but I'm getting close to not making that. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. So my goal today is to be done with my tanks at 10:30. This also helps like any watermarks from the water evaporating and adding water. This gets rid of those. It makes it just look really crispy, clean. Scrub down complete. Now I'm gonna clean the filter. I actually don't mind cleaning this filter. Alright, I already rinsed out the bucket and I took the water outside. Let's see what we're working with right now. 77, beautiful. Okay, so now we have all the same stuff. They're getting all the same stuff, just a little bit more. Having aquariums, you know, funny things. It's a lot of hard work. Now we are moving on to the big tank. And what we are going to do first is grab our 2-gallon tank. Remember this from the beginning of the video? Now it's coming into play. We are going to fill this up a little bit. I like to do a good amount of water. So, as you can see, I have my tank set up, my little one right here. And what's going to happen now, yes, you're getting a little office tour. Don't mind the mess. I've been a little preoccupied. So, we got my tank right there, and we got Lloyd over here. Thankfully, he's out of his cave today. Makes him a little easier to get. We're going to go ahead and grab him and then pop him in there. All right, Lloyd, time to eat some food. There we go. Hi. Let's say hi to everybody. Oh no, we're dripping. Okay, just in case he wants to pee. This is Mr. Lloyd. He is quite a big boy. I got Lloyd back in February of this year, which is 2025. I thought I was going to get a box turtle, and I just jumped the gun because he was the only one there. He is as big as my hand, as big as my palm almost. 5.5 inches is what I have it measured at. He's very skittish. And yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and pop him in here. Shoo! And I'm going to go grab his food really quick, and then we'll make him his feast. Okay, I'm back with his food. And this is what I feed my turtle once a week. I was feeding him every other day, and then every 3rd day. But he got pretty pudgy. Plus I feed him treats in his tank about every other day, and he gets feeder fish. He's like almost always has feeder fish in there. One, because I don't like him not having an access to food when he feels like it and he wants it. And 2, because another reason, it's very cute to watch him swim around and try to get the fish. I do know that if he has too many, yada yada, I know about that. So don't even come for me. He's fine. He's totally cool. He's chill. Next week, okay, so I probably should explain what I'm putting in. So this is Medley Treats. It's pretty much a mix of like freeze-dried crickets and mealworms. This one is baby shrimp, mini krill, and some pellets. I have quite a few pellets. He does not really care for the pellets, but I just always put a little bit in there for him. This one is another mix. It has like pellets, and it has freeze-dried shrimp and mealworms and some like pomegranate. I don't know what that purple stuff is. And then the last thing I always top his shot glass off with is shrimp, because I know he loves his shrimp. So I always just try to put a good amount in there. Not too many, because if he doesn't eat it, I get pretty sad because it's expensive. Alright, so get that back in there. Now we're going to take this and just sprinkle it along the top. And then we can watch him take a first couple bites. Get it, Lloyd. Is that yummy? He is such a cool guy to watch eat or do anything. He's just such a cool guy. Okay, that's enough of watching him. We are on a time limit. Right now, I think it's about 8:50, 9:50. That's what I think right now it's about 9:50. It was 8:45 a couple minutes ago when I checked. So we don't have a lot of time left. We have to get moving. This is the last tank we do have to clean. My hermit crab tank is over here. I did just get it 3 days ago, so there isn't anything to do with that. But I will show you guys them at the end. I did have a pleco in here, Rip Mr. Plucky. But Lloyd did not like him swimming around, so he put a stop to that. That was not a fun find. So right now I'm just making sure I get to the algae infested parts first and try to get that sand out of there, or at least get that sand where like it's new sand so it won't hopefully grow algae. But I do notice if I turn the sand and I move the sand around quite a bit, it at least takes care of the algae for a minute. Thankfully I've never found like pools of algae underneath the dirt. It's hard to tell, I can't really see if I've gotten all the algae from the bottom over here because it's on the glass. My least favorite part about this is that the scythe does take up quite a bit of sand, and it puts quite a bit of sand in my bucket, and that is not fun trying to get out when I dump the water out. So I'm just keep going through the sand. If too much sand gets in the scythe, it'll literally clog it, and that's not fun. Eat up, buddy. I might move the plants here while I'm doing this tank clean. I think if I place them like over here where I'm pointing with the scythe, it might make a difference with the algae, but we'll see. It's weird because when I just had the one plant in there, I had no problems. Maybe I'm missing something I'm just oblivious to. That's the fun thing about having an aquarium. You're always learning something. Okay. We have got this half of the tank pretty well done, I'd say. So we're going to just shake this last bit of sand out. My 5-gallon tank over here is pretty full, so I will actually show you guys what I'm going to do with this going forward. With the water from my turtle tank, I mean. With my turtle tank, I put leaf aid in it, so it has plant nutrients with all the nutrients from the turtle poo-poo. So this water actually goes right into my plants outside. There's a bunch of sand in the bottom from the turtle tank. Back again. Time for some more water out of the sky. How you doing over there, Lloyd? Now we'll get the other side taken care of. I think I usually do like 3 of these 5-gallon buckets to get all the water out that I want. Okay, let's move this moss ball out of the way. Pop this shell out the way. Yeah, get over there. Come on, taking up so much sand. I love having sand in my tank for him. I just don't love cleaning it. It is a big pain. So that's all the sand siphoned. So now I'm just going to go after the water. That's good enough for the second bucket. So I have like 5 flower pots out front, and I'm just going to take this water, pour it on them, water my plants like you just saw, and then rinse this bucket out outside, and I will be back. All right, now we're going to do the last bucket, and this is what we are going to clean the filter in. I'm sure you see the pattern. Now while that's going, get the filter out. I'm on a time limit, as you guys know. I'm trying to get all of this done by 10:30. Let me go check the time right now. Time right now is 10:08, so I got about 22 minutes left to get everything done and get the lights back on, get Lloyd back in his tank, and then if we hit that, we'll meet the hermit crabs. Okay, actually, time to scrub down the walls. Okay, that's plenty of water. So I'm just going to leave that in here for a minute while I finish up my scrubbing. Yes, I don't go and take every single thing and move it to clean the walls. Oh my goodness. No, I don't do that. I get the walls that I can if there's a spot that I want to get. Honestly, I think this is the easiest filter I have to clean. Little ring, popping that back in there. Here, there's a charcoal component in here, so you just want to shake that. But there is this blue sleeve in here, probably the most tedious part to clean. At least I flip it inside out to try to get all the inside gush out, like this. I don't even know if you can see me right now. Blue thing of the filter, nice and clean. Look at that, looks brand new. And screwing it close. Perfect. I'm going to take care of this water, and when I come back, we will be filling up this tank and seeing how long that takes and if we made our time. Alright, let's see what heat we're working with. Hello. So, these are my hermit crabs. I am actually allergic to coconut, and in their sand, they have a mixture of coconut. So I have to use gloves when handling my friends in here, but we have not seen them since we got them. I mean, we've seen them obviously, but they have not been walking around or anything. We're not going to dig them up. We're just going to uncover them a little bit and see if they're doing okay, because they might not be. So let's have a look. Here's an up top view. So last time I was checking on them, one was in here, but it kind of looks like he's not there anymore, because I've covered him back up. I don't feel anything. Is that you? Are you over here? No, I don't feel him over there. Oops, sorry guys. Yeah, he is not there right now. So let's see if the other one, he was right here. And he is no longer in this area. So where would they have gone? Or actually, maybe he went over. I think he was over here last, and I think I found one of them. There is one of them over here. This is actually, I think, this is the one that was actually all the way over here. So it looks like he is moving around. Oh, I want to pick him up so bad and have a look at him. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's right there. I'm not going to because he's stressed out and it's not about me. So we're just going to cover him back up and see if we can find the other one. Where would he have gone? Yep, time for fresh water. I don't know if they're even using it, but... Oh, there he is. You can actually see his little... Oh, you could for a second. They are both moving around in there, just not when I'm looking. They're doing good. They're doing okay. I am going to switch their water out, and we're all going to have a great day. That is all of my tanks. They're all nice and clean. The hermit crabs still are adjusting, and it's been fun learning how to take care of them, and seeing them move just now was really cool. Like, obviously I didn't see them move, but I know that they moved because I know where they were prior. Anyways, that is the end of this video. If you hung around this long, I'm assuming you liked the content, so give a like, maybe think about subscribing, and I hope everybody else has an awesome day. And if you haven't done your tank cleanings this week, do your tank cleaning.